Jayla Rock percent off collector, and we're here with another Transformers unboxing and review. And this one's cool because this is one of those that I did not think I was gonna buy. I wasn't hunting for it, but then they had a really good deal on Amazon. I think I got it for like 17 bucks or something, and I was like, hey, gotta pick it up. I like a lot of these lines because from what I've read, it's like older Cybertron before the beginning of the 80s toy cartoon and all that, so you're able to see like what the Transformers were like back in the day. So this is the Transformers Legacy Evolution set, and it's two is the deluxe class, and it has Ascension Kaskade and Senate Guard Autobot Javelin. So that's pretty sweet. Again, I don't know that much about the older Cybertron stuff. I was mostly from the 80s cartoon, and I didn't watch a lot after that. But this looks cool, and I really like the modes of how it looked. You see here, you get two robots here, and I like that it's not too hard as far as the transformation, 18 and 14 steps respectively. And of course, I'm probably going to be going to either Toys R Us, which is RUSS, or EM Go 316 to transform because I am terrible at transformations. But let's do what we came to do, which is open this up and take a look at it. This is interesting. I didn't prep any of this previously, and there wasn't any tape here, so that's interesting. So you got your instruction manual, which I don't need. And you see here, this is the lines where they were saving the plastic. So you get things in cardboard and wrapping paper instead. So everything is wrapped up like that, which, I don't know. I like the plastic. I care about the environment, but I like the plastic. So let's open this up. So they already come in the robot mode. And I just gotta say, I already like the color. Oops, let's scroll this down here. I really like the colors. That purple, pink, blue gray is really sweet. Let's see. The accessories are kind of weird because like they have the tape, but then that's really, these are cool. I like that look of the accessories. Don't worry, I'll get a better close-up look at that. So got one, and then we got the other one. Gotta be careful too, because I have been in cases where I thought I got all the pieces, and the next thing you know, right before throwing out the paper, I went back and I'm like, oh wait, there's more. So you gotta make sure that you check these, because like you'll see here, let's scroll this back a little bit. You'll see there's like a lot of little parts here, so it's easy to, if you're not like, because sometimes I just open the stuff up, I'm not paying close attention, and you'll be like, oh, I missed a piece. But so yeah, I'm loving the way these look. These just look sweet, and I like having the different color schemes. I admit some of the like wild colors that they did in the 90s I wasn't a fan of, but I have no problem with alternate colors and different colors like that. So let's look at some of the accessories. So I love the way these guns look. That like bronze type look to it, copper bronze, is sweet. And then is this an attachment, I guess? Yeah, so that attaches to make it almost kind of like sniper rifle like. And I guess this is attachment 2, but is this on top? Oh yeah. Oh wow, so this is sniper rifle. So I mean, look at that. That's sweet. And look, if you know me, I love sniper rifles, so that's my thing. So that's a cool combined piece. So it looks like both of these, that's what it is, that you build the gun. So this one the same way. I wonder, this one, I may have to look up to see, because it's like, this one looks like you could do multiple pieces. So I guess it's like that, and then you put the end on it like this, and then I guess these There's like little holes here on the side if you see. Oh shoot. And that's the thing, these are so small they fall. So they have little sections here, and I'd have to see exactly how they fit in. So you see they have like the hole here and things like that. I wonder if some of these, yeah, I think some of these fit on the end like that. So I don't know if it's like a silencer or is it fires something else. But you see then it has another plug, so you could play around. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So you can do a bunch of connections, and then I'm sure those tabs do something. I don't know if they fit here in the side of the gun or somewhere else, but I will definitely check that out more. But let's look at the figures themselves. So this is like, if you see any of my views, I talk about the difference between some of the light and heavier plastic. And I always make sure that people know that I'm not necessarily saying that feels cheap. I feel some that feels cheap. Like some of the Authentics kind of feels cheap. The Authentics line, you might see those a lot. I see them a lot in grocery stores and thrift stores. But this, even though it's light plastic, it doesn't feel cheap. Like when you move the joints, when you're moving it around, to me that's the difference between like a lightweight plastic and a cheap plastic. Light, to me, I've learned, does not necessarily mean cheap. As far as articulation, you have a lot of the movement with the ankle. So you can move that back and forth. You can bend at the knee. You can also twist at the hip. So you see that ball joint there. So that allows for a lot of range of motion, which is great. And then you got turn like right above, I guess right at the waist area is right. And then the hand, I think the hand turns in as part of the transformation. So you don't have really a turn or anything with the hand, but you got your normal elbow. Then you could also rotate right at the bicep and then rotate the shoulder. And then you have the movement with the head. Overall in the robot mode too, I just like, it's really cool. The back kibble, I mean, it's not bad. I could always kind of be like, oh, it's a jetpack. It kind of looks almost like a jetpack on her back, right? But I mean, you can see the wheels, and this would be the cockpit where the driver would sit or whatever. But it's really cool. So let's look at the other one. Bigger in this case. And you have the same thing here, like the ankle rockers are a lot more pronounced. It's kind of interesting because it's like it's more than one. So if you see, you have this here, which turns, but then you also have right below that here, but this could be part of the transformation where this turns in, but maybe not. Either way, I mean, you can move it to help you with your poses and stuff like that, but that's interesting. And then so the bend here is much higher on the knee, but it's still like knee level, so that's not a problem or anything. And then the rotation you see here is like right at that ball joint, and then you get that same turn. Same thing. Oh, what just popped off? Oh no, I don't even realize what that came from. I'm gonna have to look back at the video. That was funny. So you have the waist, and then same thing with the hands here. It's like, oh no, well, oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, see this going in, that's part of the transformation. And then you have the bend, you have to turn the bicep, you have the shoulder, and then you have the head turns, which is really nice. And then overall, again, the figure, I like the colors, the brighter colors, stuff like that. On the back, I mean, this is kind of harder to fake like it's a backpack. Or I guess it would be a, yeah, I guess it could just be a backpack, because I don't know about saying that if you could fly with it. But let's take a look at it with its weapons on. Interesting here is, so those last pieces on the gun, you can put them all together, but they also, the last three bluish pieces also stack on each other. So they don't go on the actual silver part of the gun. They don't fit there, at least not that I saw. but they do fit on each other. So you can make pretty cool combinations with that. So I'm definitely gonna have to play around with that and then see where else they fit. I'd love to hear from people if they've played around with that and seen how it fits and how it looks. But you can see how it looks in its regular robot mode, and I think that it looks pretty sweet. And I love it like that. Like those huge type of guns work for me, especially with robots, because you know that they have the ability to hold it. So let's check out the other one. The one's a lot more conventional. Oh, it looks like I got some hair. My cat. So this one looks a lot more conventional weapon with the scope and everything. It looks much cooler. And then, as I said, I could believe that she has some kind of backpack on his back, where able to fly or something like that. But overall, again, I think that this one, the back, I don't know. I guess I could see it, but yeah, the kibble in the back is a little bit strange, and on the legs as well. It kind of sticks out, but it doesn't bother me. I'm kind of curious if it bothers anyone else, how much is shown, but let's see how it looks when they're transformed. So here is Kaskade in the alternate mode and the vehicle mode, and I gotta say this one was cool thanks to Toys R Us, RUSS, for the transformation. It really wasn't hard, and what I really like about these is they really have a lot of the tabs that allow you to see where things fit. And I have to say that this one actually comes together pretty well. Obviously, when you look underneath it, it almost looks like the full robot right there. But I have to say the top part actually fits together well. I mean, you can see the body here. They do have the thing with the hands here, and with the other one, it's a little bit more pronounced. But I do think that it's cool still how it looks. And you're able to fit in the weapon on top like that, so you're able to display it like that. But see, you can see the fist and stuff, and like this area back there is kind of busy, so it kind of looks a little strange. But it's supposed to be an alien vehicle, it's not supposed to be like an Earth vehicle, so I don't think it's that big of a deal as far as robots in disguise, as more being a transport vehicle. But I have to say, I like the alternate mode. It's cool and stuff like that. Though I'm probably going to keep it in the robot mode. Let's check out the other one. So this one, again, if you played with a lot of Transformers, and I actually did have the Bumblebee RC version. So this is kind of like a recolor version of that. So instead of turning into more of a bike, you have, I mean, it's still kind of a bike, but again, it's supposed to be a Cybertronian vehicle. This one again, so this one is the one that to me it seemed a little bit more. I did double check it. I mean, again, I went to Toys R Us, but that is how the hands go. I mean, I probably can turn it a little bit farther in or something, but that's basically how it is. And you see, it does sit properly. But none of these vehicles, well, the other one does roll, but this one isn't really meant for rolling because, I mean, you do have these wheels here, so I guess technically I should be able to turn the hands in differently. So maybe I have them too far. Maybe I'm supposed to bend them higher up. But at least in the way I saw it, they were pretty low as far as where they go. But again, the transformation wasn't hard. A lot of tabs here so that you're able to see exactly where to put things together. You can see like this is basically the thighs and the legs and the waist. And then the head kind of tucks in. This piece kind of like folds all the way out. So it's still very cool. And I also wanted to show you the weapon. So this is what I meant. You're able to stack these on different parts. And you see there's another tab here. This one has a smaller tab, so I guess this can also be placed somewhere else. But you can definitely play around with all these accessories on it. And then just like with the other one, you can put this on here, where though I think that look really weird. Look at that. That big with all the accessories. I think it looks awesome personally. But I understand that someone wouldn't want to do that. But you see, when I moved the legs, I mean the arms, it did take it off kilter. So it's like, that's something I'm going to have to play around with. If someone knows exactly how they did it, I'm always willing to hear about that in the comments. But see, now it sits fine. But I think it looks cool, like especially like just the regular gun. But that's still big. Like, look how far it sits out front. But overall, I'm happy with this. I like the way it looks. I love the color schemes and everything, and it's not hard to transform even for me. So again, I would say get this, especially I think regular price though was like high. It was like near 50, I think, but I got it like really cheap. So you know me, percent off collector, baby. So if you like these videos, please consider giving us a like. And we also have our ongoing toy donation drive. If you click on the Amazon wish link list and buy anything, those toys get donated to Birthday Dreams, which provides birthday gifts for homeless children. So please check that out. And of course, if you really like this and want to give us a sub, that'd be great, because we are doing videos basically 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, Transformers and action figures. So thanks again for spending time watching this video, geeking out with me with these 2 awesome toys. And until next time, remember my motto: no discount, no deal. Catch you later. Now roll out.